Hi Mom! So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to learn about chords and scales and inversions and how they fit together. So first we're going to start with what you already know, which is that you take the 1, the 3, and the 5 of the scale to make the chord. But let's use Scrabble letters and see what that really means. Okay, so here I have the positions in the scale numbered, and I'm going to do C major. Okay, so that means I've got a C here in the first, the tonic position. That's the first note of the C major scale. Then we just go right up the scale, C, D, E, and comes F, G, A, B. Okay, so all that I've done here is I've lined up the notes to just help us remember in the key of C, what's our 1, what's our 3, and what's our 5. I've got them in red here. So the notes that make the C major chord are C, let's take it out, E, and G. So this whole set of notes, that's the 1, the 3, and the 5, the set of notes together make the C major chord. It's not any one individual notes, it's these three together. And it doesn't matter whether the C is on the bottom, or the E is on the bottom, or the G is on the bottom. If you've got these three notes together, that is a C major chord. Okay? And the reason it's a C major chord is because that's where it came from. It came from the 1, the 3, and the 5 of the C major scale. Okay. So now, let's do that same thing in G. Let's see how that works in G. To do the G major scale, we have to start on G, of course, and we put the notes in the right order for G. Okay, so we've got G as our first note, then we have A, B, C, D, E, and then we have F, which of course is F sharp, and the Scrabble doesn't have sharp, so we're just going to have to remember that that's F sharp. But that's not really going to affect us, because what we want to do is we want to find the G major chord, and again we look at the 1, the 3, and the 5, and we take them out. We take out the 1, the 3, and the 5, and it's these three notes together. If they're together, G, B, and D, that is the G major chord, and it doesn't matter if the G is in the bottom, or the D is in the bottom, or the B is in the bottom. You can rearrange them any way you want, as long as it's these three notes. That's the G major chord. Okay, so we're going to do one more here, just to really drive home this point. We're going to do D major. Okay, so we start on the D, because the scale always starts on the note that it's named after. D, E, F. Again, we're using our imagination. We're remembering that F is an F sharp here. We know that because D major has two sharps. After F comes G, A, it goes there, B, C, and C is also a C sharp. Okay, so we're remembering that for those two. Here's my D major scale. It would be D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. That would be the whole scale that you would play. But to make the chord, we take the 1, we take the 3, now it's an F sharp, and we take the 5, and that's my D major chord. And just like with all of the other ones, any way I rearrange it, it's still the D major chord because it's these three notes. So for the major chord of any scale, it's the set of notes that are the 1, the 3, and the 5 of each scale. It doesn't matter what order they're in. If the notes are the 1, the 3, and the 5 of the scale, that is the major chord of that scale. Okay, so the last thing I want to say is where order matters is if you call it an inversion. Okay, or really I guess when you rearrange the order of the notes, you don't change the chord, you change the inversion, and that word is not important. It's really important to know what the chords are and how they relate to the notes of the scale. The inversion is just the thing that you think matters with the chord, like you think that the order matters, but it doesn't. It just matters for the inversion. Okay, so that is my music theory video, and I hope that helps you, and have a good night. Bye.